I figured I'd try an experiment. I don't like to normally look at my... There it is, there's the camera. I didn't know where to look. I don't normally like to see myself when I film. Kind of I guess the fact that I've never liked myself. But anyway, I figured I'd try something new. I was sitting here smoking. We all do it. Why hide it? And it's raining. It's raining hard. So I went and got my hair cut. Short. Right now it's not going to be all curly because it's been, adulterated. But it'll settle and start looking weird again. But I was just sitting here in the rain thinking about this. You know what it is. I was thinking about how I like to go to antique stores and how I like to buy old stuff. Because this is in fact old stuff. It came from a person off eBay, and so did choo choo. Anyway, so did this. I was thinking about it. I was like, man, this stuff is old. And the reason why we have old stuff is because back in the day it was simpler. Okay? The parallel port. Okay? A lot of people, camera's over there, dude. A lot of people will associate a parallel port with a printer because that's kind of how they hooked them up. And the reason, according to John's the inventor of this guy. Bright light right there, huh? Anywho, John's the inventor of the AR-32, and before then it was like, what was it called? Blue chip or something like that? I don't know. But he made this to not even help locksmiths, man. Like, this is AR-32A. I think that was like the auto locksmith package tailored to us. But before, when he invented this, he was Mr. Silicon Valley. He was the guy who was, from what I understand, working on like designs with microcontrollers and stuff. Because if you call AR-32 or AR Labs, you get John or his son. And he will, like an old man, go off and just keep talking. And I love to listen because he is a person I could never be, nor imagine myself being, because he's from a different planet. And when he talks about like silica layers and like the old kind of EEPROM devices that you needed like magnetism to affect them. Like, we're not actually, locksmiths, hi, talking to you now. We're not actually saying EEPROM right, it's double EEPROM. Because EEPROM is EPROM, erasable program read-only memory or whatever. EEPROM is electronically erasable, okay? And he, every time you call and speak of, like a 93 series EEPROM, I fucked up again, double EEPROM, he will say, yeah, that double EEPROM every time, and it never fails. He never says, the EEPROM, he says the double EEPROM. And I was like, John, why do you do that? What is that? And he explained to me about how back in the day, different designs were coming about, so they had to find different ways to mesh wire and loop coil or copper around them. And the information was stored within those mechanisms. And I still don't understand how. And it blows me away that humans can dig out rocks and, ore and refine it And then somehow we magic in a memory, like a brain. And so that's why I have this. It's kind of paying homage to the heritage of what we do and who we are. We are man, or human, women, intellectuals. We're not comfortable being comfortable because we see problems that others don't, and we try to initiate ways to fix, right? We try to see problems instead of avoid problems, if you get what I'm saying. Like, imagine a guy, long time ago, caveman, was like, oh, look at this shiny orange colored rock. And that was it. Whoop. That was cool. No, some other man or woman, maybe a woman, could have been a woman, was like, I would love to wear that around my neck, honey. And he was like, God damn it. And so he refined it and came with a new way. The next guy who saw his design, or his wife's necklace per se, you know, perhaps his wife was jealous. And so he had to come up with a one-upper or a better way. And so you see that natural progression led us here. And this is an antique. And yet I still use it today. So I was just thinking about that and how odd we as humans are. Because oftentimes people will tell me this is an antique and it's obsolete. And I say, you're wrong. This is different than what most people who don't care about the heritage can know about. Because as I mentioned before, the parallel port, right? This is what connects the AR-32 to that Tough Book laptop. And I asked John why, because I too complained. I said, this is stupid. We have to power it with an AC adapter. Now, modern EEPROM readers and writers are powered by a USB cord directly to your laptop, and it runs off the laptop's battery. Therefore, you don't have to carry a big battery pack, or you don't have to plug it into a cord or an outlet or anything like that. You can just take those newer, tools and stuff and just go. But here we are tethered. Big time tethered. Big time. But he explained. Powering the AR-32 with an alternating current instead of DC or something else allows the unit to better control the electricity that it induces onto the part. Therefore, we control our environment better. And now you hear people saying out of circuit only, out of circuit only. And I put that to the test, and I've proven you can do in circuit. The hard way, yeah, it's hard, but it's fun. And that's one of the reasons why. And another one is this tether, the ribbon cable parallel port thingy that you have to have an old laptop or some stupid card adapter that is hard to even learn to your computer. This communicates to not the operating system per se, I guess it does, the 8-bit system of the computer, the base language. You need drivers, you need script and a program and somebody who made that to use your USB cable and to connect to your VVDI Prog or Orange 5, okay? This, albeit cumbersome, establishes a more pure, a more secure, a more defined relationship between your computer and your reader-writer. And so, I was just thinking, listening to the rain, like the whole why of people say or do certain things, and about how misinformation is propagated. And people have banners like it's 2020, and so we all know about bias now. Definitely. We know about lies now. Definitely. We know about not knowing, like, who's going to win the election or what's going to happen if A or B wins, So we're living in a trying time of logic versus emotion. And so I wanted to just sit here and contemplate it for a second. Because, the old is still cool, but is it still relevant? And many naysayers will say, don't buy that because you don't need it. But then I see them have trouble with certain things that I grace through in a matter of moments. And so I question their ability to actually critically think about themselves, I see a lot of people who want to wag the finger unless it's at them, okay? And I am, like I said, I don't normally film myself because I don't even like myself. But I'm working on that. And so I felt that maybe this video needed to be made, and it's kind of a conceptual idea I'm working with anyway. And fuck it, why not? So, anywho, it just kind of it just some